So,
Sorrow,
what kind of song is that?
I'm used to test the mic now.
No, it's a test mic. So we are interviewing mommy today. We don't know when we'll see her again this year. So, I'm seizing this opportunity to. So we're going to have conversations on
November.
There's no date now. We don't know. Even that time, we have time to be recording.
It's true. It's February and
Yeah.
this house will be flooded
with people. So we're going to have conversations on mommy's experience.
Oh yeah, your test finished now.
Wait now. I may be able to use this clip somewhere.
Okay.
It's budget.
Oh yeah, sorry. We also put testing in now.
But it will be useful.
Oh yeah.
I'm just
a
cow, big one.
Oh yeah, the Sonico final.
Yeah, so guys, welcome to our channel. Welcome to
our channel. They are brought me to this thing today.
Mommy, show you will sit up, ne? Show you not sit up.
Hello guys and welcome to our channel again, and today we have a special guest with us. You can guess right, guys. So we have mommy with us today and she'll be giving us experience 10,000 years of marriage. So
10,000.
10,000.
I was 10,000 years. Wow.
So we're talking about we're asking her about her experiences. You know that no matter how much you know about marriage, there are some things you can never learn until you experience it.
Yeah.
And mommy is a professional marriage counselor, and she also lectures. So she has interacted with a lot of young people, and she'll be able to give us
an ample load of
from her world of experiences. So
and she'll tell us too her own personal use cases and stuff.
All right. So who's asking questions first?
You.
All right. Where will I start from? Okay, let's ask mommy. How long has she been married?
How long? I got married in 1990.
Okay, that's like 31 years.
31 years ago.
Wow.
Yes, 31 years ago. By April this year, makes it 31 years.
31 years.
Wow, that's good.
Just add one to my age.
But you say it. You cover your age. You have to cover your age. So people don't know it. So
okay,
our next question is like we said that you're a counselor. So I want to ask that from your years of experience and counseling people, what would you say is the greatest challenge of marriages? What would you say is that you have seen so far?
Yeah, that you have seen, no.
What would you say is the greatest challenge that you have seen in marriages?
Greatest challenge.
Or great challenges. May not be one, maybe two, maybe three.
I think major among the problems of marriage that I know of, is one, finance.
More.
Finance.
I thought it was going to be something.
Finance.
Me too.
Finance. And talking of finance here, it involves lack of money, ability to manage wealth,
management,
to manage financial management. Then recently I discovered that when a spouse, especially the wife, is richer than the husband, it's a big problem. It's a big problem.
Mommy, can you pinpoint a difference in generation, your own time and our time? Because I know you have interacted with people in your generation.
Yes.
Right? Both on confidential, maybe not professional counseling, but your own experiences of people, right? And people in our generation. I know you have interacted with a lot of people in my generation. Because I know you move with a lot of youths. You do youth work. You mentor people. Is there a difference? This financial management, and so is there a difference, or is still the same old?
The same. It's not the same, really.
It's not exactly the same.
It's not exactly the same.
Okay.
It's not exactly the same.
Is it better?
But the problem we had at our time is the orientation, our background.
Okay.
And we have been tutored, all this subjectiveness, love your wife, be subjected to your husband, and we were dogmatically following.
Okay.
Whether it is convenient or not. As a wife, you can't have your personal this, personal that. And as a matter of fact, in our time, somebody that is not yet married cannot use a car.
Wow.
Yes, if you have a car,
Yes.
men will run away from you. Wọ́n ló gbéraga, kò ní rọ́kọ fẹ́.
And these days, guys.
Then you go ahead to build a house.
Yes.
What will you use the house for? Okay, will not follow you to use the house.
There might even be rumors of other things that is not true.
So, at that time, and you cannot do anything behind your husband. There was a couples fellowship I attended, and they were talking of obìnrin ló nílé, obìnrin ló nílé, obìnrin ló nílé.
That is the woman
And
owns the
my
house.
husband said, obìnrin ló nílé, orúkọ kí ni ilé yẹn ń jẹ́? My husband and I, then I'm told that I am the owner of the house. But the house does not bear my name.
So,
And I also asked the question at that meeting. I think something came up and they were saying, a woman should not have things without telling her husband. You cannot do surprises for your husband. And I asked, at what level and towards what time, to what extent? A man can decide to build a house as a surprise for the wife. He buys the land, build the house, do everything, and then bring the key on the day of bad day. And say, my wife, I'm surprising you with this house.
But the wife must not
I'm buying a car. And then, see, this is your birthday gift. Can a woman go ahead to do that for the husband? At that time, ó ti ń kọ́lé pamọ́ nìyẹn. Kò fi inú hàn ọkọ ẹ̀. But when it is from the man, it is a surprise. It's good. It's a good husband. Ó kọ́lé tuntun and gave the key to the wife. And the wife never knew about how the house started, everything about it. He just came on that day and gave the key. Then the next thing is to begin to praise the man for doing a big surprise at that, for that matter, for the wife. But if it is a woman, the woman has gone beyond her boundaries. Tó fi ralẹ̀ tó kọ́lé,
And
the man did not know about it. But these days, I think the generation here, I think they see it in a different manner. A woman can do that now. So I think there is better understanding, better orientation now than then.
Than before.
but it's still
But
a
on the
challenge.
other side, on the other hand, there are excesses for this generation now than our own time. Excesses in the sense that women believe you can do whatever you like. How can he be controlling me? How must I be subjected to my husband? Must my husband do this or that? So there are some excesses now than at that time.
Okay, because of the empowerment.
The empowerment,
women are more
autonomy, and self-actualization and things like that. Self-esteem. There is better understanding as regards self-esteem than before.
Okay, so now we have established that there's a difference now.
There's
but
a
it's still a
difference.
challenge.
It's,
right?
it's still a challenge.
So that means that we can't keep up with what we've been doing before now. There has to be a change. There has to be a shift in understanding when we are preparing people for marriage, or when we are preparing for marriage as singles. Okay.
Okay, you talked about finance. There are some other things that you wanted to mention that are challenges of
marriage, apart from finance.
Apart communication. Communication. There is better communication now than at our time. Because there are communication gadgets.
Okay.
You can be in a place and chat with your husband, your spouse, your boyfriend, your whoever, your fiancé. You can chat. But at that time, there are no communication gadgets. There are no communication facilities as we have it now. So communication is better now than at that time. Looking at it from that angle.
Okay.
For instance, you can be in your office and send "I love you" to your husband from the office. But at that time, you can't do that. Maybe there was a quarrel at home before you went to office. You can settle it before coming.
So that time, if you don't see each other,
that's all. If your husband is in Lagos and you are in Owo, before you can write a letter. And before the letter can get, and some of the letters get lost in transit.
And the person will not know that you are sending
the person has
you can date something outside. You can date your spouse. You can date your friend. Dating can be done over the phone or whatever.
Yeah.
You can date somebody who is not in the country. And then go ahead, plan your wedding and everything without seeing each other. In our time, there were rules. If you go to visit your spouse, you must not be together in the house. You must not, it has somebody, a brother or a sister has to be in attendance because of all of this, our holiness and things like that.
Mama, was it bad? Is it a bad thing to say that there must be a
it's not really bad, but it's not good enough. It's not that it is very bad, but it's not good enough because a lot of things are hidden. A lot of secrets are kept. No openness, pretext. Pretext. I know of a couple. There is the rule in their church that if you want to visit your fiancé, you take permission from your pastor, from the marriage committee before you visit. Then you must not go to the brother's house. He must not come to your house
without taking permission.
So what do? I got closer to a person and I wanted to know how they were able to do it. He said, ọgbọ́n là ń ta sí o. So they fix a place outside the town. You travel there and I travel there. We meet in another person's house.
Mado.
So the church will not know. The marriage committee. So there are lots of deceit, pretext, insincerity. And there's so many things you ought to know. You will not know.
You will not know.
You will not know.
I remember one married that they got married. The woman did not know that the husband. He did not know the husband's house, so he did not know that the guy did not have anything. He just goes to the house.
In the house.
Slept on the floor.
It happened to somebody very close to me. So it was the day she got to the man's house that he discovered that the man does not have car botilewa, and he brought a block. Block, it often call it this bricks.
Block.
And sit down here.
Wow.
Then it discovered that the room was not even sealed. On that very night, rats were disturbing her on the bed. She couldn't sleep. And the lady is not that kind of a person.
Wow.
If she had been allowed to visit the house,
she would have maybe contributed,
she would have been able to even know how to make things, things up, arrange things, then know the kind of person she's going to marry, so she'll be able to at least bring the man up to her taste or somehow.
Wow.
So I know it is carelessness on the part of maybe the church or whoever, because in some churches they organize people to go and inspect
the house.
But even at that, we have found people who will pretend and show another person's apartment
as theirs.
Because
he will
so
know
when the marriage committee now goes there and they see the house has been in order, and then they go ahead to marry, only to discover that is not our house. So it's my uncle's or my brother or my friend's apartment.
Wow.
But if there is regular interaction and there is freedom, you wouldn't know whether a child can steal if you don't allow the child the freedom to roam. You won't know what you can do. So when they are allowed to be free, but let them know why they should not do certain things.
Yes, the implication of why they
should not do. The implication why we are saying you should be careful. We know.
In fact, I came to learn many years ago that maturity or repentance from stealing is not in seeing money on the ground and running away. It's in seeing the money, pick it, take it to the appropriate place.
That is it.
So I think that also works
for in other areas, of things that are not supposed to have contact.
So communication is better now than before.
But you just talk about communication. That is that's a context of communication. What about interaction between spouses? Now we've talked about
it's better now than before.
Because I know you know what I mean. Yes, because before. You cannot have them sit down, have conversations.
Yeah, I even know women.
Before, even if you want to take pictures, there has to be holiness gap.
Mado.
Yes, holiness gap. Brother, there's a way brothers, Christians, so there's a way you comport yourself in pictures. Now, I find couples who they want to take pictures and then they lean on each other, they hug. You can't just hug. You have to stand and
Leave
really
space
show
for the
that
Holy Ghost.
there should be holiness gap, sort of. It's me that calls it holiness gap. There should be holiness gap. That is, there are ways you are expected to a picture. When you see the picture of a Christian, you know that this person is a Christian by the way they are standing, like one oko and all the rest of it. But now there is this freedom, liberty, and things like that. Yes. But then that should not be taken to an extreme.
Yes.
That should not be taken to an extreme.
Because you see people who are believers now take pre-wedding pictures and they are kissing.
And they even expose some parts of the body that is not supposed to be exposed.
That is another thing entirely. Even on the wedding day, people who expose things, and some churches have to now look for something to cover their body and all of these things.
It's like some people wait for the wedding day to show, to go
extreme. And it's because of this whole thing that we're saying, deceit. You cover them. So when it comes to the wedding, you cannot do anything to them on their wedding day. You wear them and they'll leave your church. So they do everything that they have to do.
All those things that they were not free to do before, they go ahead to do it.
So those rules are just covering up the sins and whatever it is.
Those rules have zero effect. The real deal, even though even though the rules are not exactly terrible as it were, but they are not effective in addressing what they were intended to address.
They were not effective. It's not that they were not effective at all.
Okay, they're not.
The effect is not.
It's not enough.
It's not enough.
So now
it's not enough, because sometimes you don't even let them know why they should not do certain things. It is just that as a Christian you should not do. As a child of God you must not do this. Why?
Because she's not aware of it.
So you may not have been told why you should not do certain things. And so when you now feel this is not necessary, so they go to an extreme.
So now the other thing I wanted to ask is after marriage, communication between spouses. I've seen people call their husbands ogami, and the way they treat the husband like he's a god above, right?
You cannot have that friendly.
There's no friendship.
There's no friendship.
What do you think? What's your thoughts on that?
On what they call each other or what?
No.
Their interactions.
Friendship,
cannot
marriage.
joke and say
no. This
so
boss,
I say you and daddy now.
This boss staff relationship is more my head, your head. Somebody has to be the senior while the other person is subordinate. That is the orientation at that time. But then we still have families who are free with each other, spouses that are very free with each other, even though there is this mutual respect. There is mutual respect. You see, when there are two people, somebody should be recognized as the leader while the other person is equally a leader in somehow, but then assistant or something like that. But that boss-servant relationship is more in our time.
And it's because of this whole submission thing. I wanted us to go to that point. That what do you think is submission? Because now in some people believe in the school of thought that this man is the boss, anything he says we respect him, even if I should die. And then some other people now have the school of thought that in marriage we are equal, two of us, there's nobody that's leading anybody, two of us are leaders, nobody is leading anything. When he say his own, I say my own. What do you think
is a balance?
Or what is the meaning? What do you see?
The Bible even says, can two work together if they do not agree? So I still believe there should be mutual respect between husband and wife. There has to be mutual respect. You respect me, I respect you. Then when there is an argument, you try to withdraw a little, think over it, then you follow the superior argument. Not necessarily because this person is a man, or because this person, because even children in the house, they may have their points, more logical. So if there is mutual respect, mutual understanding, then you don't even remember who is the head, or who is the tail, or who is the neck. But men generally they have that feeling of headship, and that is the way God created them. They have that feeling of headship, and it is true that men are the head of the home. But then even at that, as a head, you still want to give room for the other members of the family. You want to hear their opinion, and then give room for proper understanding. You synergize the arguments and then try to come up with the better option. So, but there are homes where there is this somebody legislates, and the words of the leader, of the head, is final.
No matter how, even if it does not.
If it's not even working, you still have to, because daddy said it. Daddy must not. If so far I have said it, then that is the final. I may be wrong, but then since I'm the head, then you have to follow.
You have to follow what I have to say.
These are problems that are really, and it affects a lot of things. Because you dogmatically follow the wrong advice and run into trouble at times.
Because even the head.
Because even the head is not an angel. He can make mistakes. He can make mistakes. So that is that.
Okay. All right. So our next question is that so far in marriage, what would you say are the things you have learned, and you want to say it out to other people? Things that you have learned from your experience of 31 years that are very important. That if anybody also follows that, they are sure to have a good home, a good experience.
I can say I'm very lucky. I'm one of the few lucky people at that time, because my husband is very understanding, and I discovered that selflessness I have really gained from the selflessness of my husband. Because in our time, some people believe that you must not go ahead of your husband to achieve certain things. For instance, you want to further your studies. I'm in the academics. My husband is also in the academics. He has not been able to get admitted for his PhD when I started mine. I know a lot of men that will not allow that. Shijoko, wait, let me go first. They hide under some things. Who will take care of the home? Who will take care of the children? Who will be cooking for me? But the truth is that in their mind, if this lady
beyond me
moves ahead of me, then this Arifiawa, the respect will not be there. And then people around,
what would they say?
But I never experienced that in my family. My husband was the one pushing me to go and study more. Left to me, I wouldn't have gone into my 3rd degree at all. But my husband wanted it, and he did all he could to push me into it, and he supported me. He supported me to the end. So I had my PhD before him.
I think
it was his pride. It was his pride. He actually started, but you know the bottlenecks of all these universities. Some you are lucky you finish on time, but even though I was in it, and my own seems to be faster than him, he was truly supporting me. So it really helped me. So I want to say that in a home where the man does not always see himself as the overall head, my oga is always right, that lordship thing, when there is understanding, when couples allow themselves to see each other as friends, because we grew up as friends and we started as friends. We started with love. It was not that I was employed to come into this house to be a wife. It's not like that. But we saw each other and we loved each other. We started as friends, and then you allow the friendship to continue. It makes you more comfortable, and then it helps the progress of the home. It helps the progress of the home very well. Then communication. I can tell my husband anything. Anything. There's nothing to hide. I can tell him anything. If he's not happy about it, at least I have told him. Then he will think about it and then get over it. And then we move ahead. Rather than keeping things
and bottle it up.
Keeping things. You can tell your husband you are wrong. Family, that is where I want to wear. Even if that is what you want to do, I'm telling you it is wrong. Even if the person doesn't see, doesn't agree to your point at that time, at least the fact that you have complained that you don't like it, we caution him next time, whether he believes in what you have said or not. But because you disagree on that point, he will be a little bit cautious. So there should be freedom of communication to that level. For you to be able to, a lot of people can't tell their husband they are wrong. What you are doing is wrong.
Actually, that's very
this is not how you should do it. You shouldn't have said that. It's not as if you are castigating your spouse in the public, no. But find a way of letting him know where he's wrong. Nobody is infallible. So you tell him where he's wrong, then he or she will be able to adjust. Whether he believes in what you have said or not. The fact that somebody is saying it is not good, that he doesn't like it, we give a caution next time.
And it will even ring.
It will ring. It will be somewhere in his head.
She has said this.
He said it. So let me just not do it because he or she has said it.
I think this is also for men too. That your wife is not a nobody in the home. I mean, I want us to balance it up.
Yes,
right?
you give recognition to your wife.
I mean, you are the head, yes, but you're not the head without her. Right?
It's someone that makes you the head, because you cannot be head of your head.
The head will not even be able to function if the neck is not cooperating with the head. Because when the neck is stiff, there will be problem for the head. So give recognition to your wife. Your wife is your friend. Right? And then from the first thing you said, I think another thing I can bring out from there is that marry someone that is kind. Yes, that has all these core values.
If a person is kind and is your friend, it won't be a problem to do all these things. It won't be a problem to say. Because I remember this thing you're talking about, I remember very well. Daddy was one pushing for the PG, how we used to drive to Ilara Moki.
Yeah, even before then.
He
got me admission at Ado. He went to Ekpoma, trying to look to get me admitted for my PhD. He struggled, in fact, he took a form from me in Yola.
Really?
Wow. Yes, and he was encouraging me to go.
Yola.
Yes.
From here.
So you can take a leave and go and settle down there.
Wow.
Finish your coursework, come back home to start doing your write-up online.
The part I know is the Akumba part.
Oh, that was the final one. And that was the one that actually clicked.
How old were your children then? When you was thinking of
how old were we then?
Where was it though? My children were in the secondary school, yes.
Okay, we were at...
And in fact, he was the one. I never went to Ekpoma. He went to Ekpoma to take a form
by himself
and filled it. Yes, I didn't even see the form. He went there to fill the form. He came back, but the admission didn't work. They actually gave me the admission, but the course didn't take off. He went to Ado. He would be the one to go and get the form. That of Akungba that you know about, he was the one that went to Akungba to take the form. And that time, I nearly had Daniel. I was still nursing Daniel. And he was ready to... That time, we didn't have a car.
No, I'm saying...
Okay, we had a car when we had Daniel.
That was when we just entered secondary school. We should be in GS1, GS2 or GS3.
Yes, and I still had a baby. I had a baby at that time. But he loves education anyway. He loves books. He wants you to study hard. And he will do anything. And some of my write-ups were done by him. Only that I had to come and change it to my own language and make it for her. Because he was writing as a QS. Quantity. In fact, I did a course. I did my write-up was, my thesis is on construction.
Yes, language in construction.
In construction, complete professionals and tradesmen. So he chose that area. He was the one that advised me to choose that area. So that he can make his own contribution. He really did.
I remember that.
We have some papers together. We published some papers together.
Mado.
Yes. Published some papers together.
Goes.
So he was really supportive. I know a lot of my friends that didn't have that grace that I had. They will say, she jokono, she tono, take care of the home. Let me go. They will be the one to go first. And by the time they are ending their education, it will be too late for the woman to further. You know, age matters.
Yes.
I can imagine me starting a course now. It won't be as easy as it was at that time. Because the brain is getting older.
And the pressure from
and then the pressure, the age, is the health, everything. So many things.
Economics. The economy, you may not have the muscle.
The money itself.
Everything is now more expensive.
So and that time he was always saying this is the time we can develop ourselves. So because when these children grows up and when they grow up and they want to maybe have their own way, we can't be disturbing them with our own education. So let's quickly do what we want to do now before they come up with their own bills. So I really enjoyed that.
My ear is full.
That's the word for you. You better go to school.
Daddy has been disturbing me for school. Bro.
Yes.
It is well. I think I'm aware and I was very much present in the last phase of your PhD something. How we were going to Akungba, going to all those places, and how I remember Daddy was.
He followed me to Akungba.
Yes, I remember very well.
To get me admitted into that school.
I remember that part.
I was always delaying, pulling back, but he was the one pushing me. So I gave my PhD to him. I gave it to him. So, and it's not common. It's a rare opportunity.
So that's one thing that we can take from here. Marry someone that is kind, someone that is your friend. All understanding. Understanding.
Although he can be bossy. Very bossy.
That's temperamental.
It can be very bossy. And he's self-assertive. Very, very.
Self-assertive.
Yes, he's self-assertive.
So that means that when you are marrying somebody, you look at their temperament.
Yes.
It will always. Can people change? Can you say that people change
Temperamentally?
Yes, they can change. Environment can. Your environment can influence your behavior.
Okay.
But that innate something is there. That core behavior is there. But the environment can make you adjust somehow.
So now, see, being bossy and being self-assertive can be a problem in a marriage.
Yes.
Where nobody else can see anything. Where you don't care. But now we are seeing
can constitute a very huge problem.
Now we are seeing an example of Daddy that is assertive and bossy, but kind, friendly,
and
loving, and sacrifices. So I'm just saying. Now it means that people have their temperaments and they have their nature. I don't know if nature is even the right word, but I believe you understand the context of what I'm saying. But despite that temperament, the person is kind, sacrificial, and loving. It somehow complements those things.
Yes.
Then you cannot. Then another thing, the point I see that you cannot say because I am self-assertive and bossy, I will not use that as an reason that I'm sorry, me nice. To me, I don't know what bossing.
It's true. Or you say that's how I am. You just have to take
and you have to accept it like that.
Accept it like that.
So we are saying now that it doesn't make sense. It's not an excuse.
It's not an excuse
to be a nuisance.
Yes, it's not an excuse. It is not at all.
That's a big one.
That is it.
So, you don't have any other question?
Oh, I don't have any other question. Okay, what are the last words for people that are planning to get married? What would you advise? Okay. Want to say something?
Do we still have the time?
Yes, we have now.
How important is sex in marriage?
If I say you know this question.
When else do you have the opportunity to interview my mom?
Sex is meant for marriage.
Mom, you have established that one.
It's meant for marriage, and so when you remove sex from marriage, the marriage is it won't even work.
Okay.
It will not work. It is very, very important. Very, very, and both parties need it. The wife needs it. The husband needs it. It's not for men alone. It's for both of them. Yes, there is always this feeling. Only that men are always eager. They have that urge. They easily have that urge than women. Men always believe that some men believe that it's not for women, and that is very wrong. So they want to wait for when they need it before they come up.
And that can be very selfish.
And it is easy for men to express their sexual desire than women. it is not that women don't have that urge. We do.
Yeah.
But it is not easily expressed. Or maybe when a woman is expressing it, men are not patient enough
not
to observe.
Yeah.
To observe, to know.
Are you speaking from experience or what? What is that?
So sex is very, 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 very important in marriage.
So there are some people that say they don't. There are some women, especially, that say they don't enjoy sex. They just do it out of
Like a chore.
A lot of women.
So what is the cause and what can we say?
Or what's your opinion on what?
It is because the emotional, how do I put it now? Women, there's no woman that will not enjoy sex if it is done the right way. You need to study your wife, study your woman, and know what she wants. What are the things, what are the areas you can trigger her? Women are not easily triggered. Not all women are easily triggered. So you have to motivate.
Know what motivates
her and put her in the mood. Yeah, that's the right word. You put your woman in the mood. So, women have a longer emotional span than men. Men's emotional urge, their urge is usually short, brief, but very intense. Okay. But women, slowly. It is gradual. You build it up gradually, and then they sustain it for a longer period than men.
So we must understand.
So for men, it is whim. But for women, they go slowly before they reach the climax. When they get there, they don't want to come down immediately. Take some time for them to calm down.
Settle down.
So because men are always in a hurry, they don't have the patience to sustain the woman's tempo for the woman. So by the time the woman is beginning to enjoy it, you are backing out. And you leave her in the cold, and then she feels neglected. So next time she finds it difficult to cope. And the more you put her in that mood, the more she hates sex. So that is why women don't really. So for men, they need to calm down slowly and follow your wife up. Try to think of what she's feeling. Put her in the mood, maintain her in that mood, and sustain her there. So there's no woman that enjoys that from the man that will not even call for sex. So there is this wrong impression that sex is meant for men. It is wrong to believe that sex is basically for men. It's for both sexes. So if couples can come up to that level, both parties will enjoy sex so much. And sex is very good. It's healthy. It's very healthy in marriage. So that is it. So
the last question for you, do you have any question?
No.
Last question for
I mean, I'm satisfied.
So the last question for the day is, if you're asked to advise people who are wanting to get married, what will you say? What will you tell them about marriage? Because likely this is our generation where people have had so many bad stories about marriage. They say they're not getting married. I'm not interested. And people get sex now outside marriage, so they don't even say need.
For those who are getting married, who are planning to go into marriage, you should always remember that you want to, as much as you have your own values, always remember that the other person has his or her own values too. And be ready to
shift ground.
To understand. Help the other person get what he wants. So if you are working towards satisfying my values, making me to achieve my values, and I'm working towards making you to achieve your values, then there will be understanding, and then we can move on. But if I'm always thinking of myself, I want to marry. A lot of people, when I ask them, why do you want to marry? I want to marry so that at least I will have somebody to cook for me. I will, when you visit some people, Miss Alagweja, go and marry. All this you cooking all the time. You are the only one washing. You won't ballet. Your wife is sweet for you. Go and marry so that you can have children. So when you focus on those things and then you get married and you marry somebody who doesn't know how to cook, it becomes a problem. You marry somebody who is not, not given to cleaning the house,
and being all those
there'll be problem.
Because that's the reason you marry.
But if you marry for love, for joy, I'm not saying that those things are not good though.
Yeah. But an
average woman should be able to take care of the home. Should be able to take care of the children. Should be able to do all of these things. But that should not be the primary aim. Mo ti dàgbà. Ó yẹ kí ènìyàn kan ti máa pè mí ní bàbá lágbájá. If you get married and children are not forthcoming, there will be problem. There will be problem.
Yeah.
I want to marry so that at least marry èèyàn fún mi lówó, somebody will take care of me and give me money. So when there is problem with the finances of the man, your motive of getting married has failed, and then there will be problem. So you should marry for love. You should marry because I love this person, not because, not only because he loves me. It is important for him to love me, but then I should also love. So the reason I told my husband when we were about getting married, when he came and I said, he kept saying, go and pray about it and tell me your mind. I said, wait, it's about me. It could be about you, but it's about me. I need to know why I want to agree to marry you, not because you need it. But because me too, I need it.
I need to be sure.
So let me take my time to see, because for me, we were friends for long before we got married. We grew up together. So we already knew each other very well. I think you understand me.
Yeah.
So, but no, it is not because this man keeps troubling me. He keeps pestering me. Kò fi mí lọ́rùn lẹ̀. That's why I agreed. No. I agree because I have seen why, for myself, sometimes you need to think of yourself. Am I going to be fulfilled in this man I'm going to marry? Will I be happy living with him?
Yeah.
Some of these bad behaviors that he has, can I cope with it if it is more intense? Because somebody who is careless, you know him as somebody who is not careful enough. When you get married, you see more of that.
Exactly.
You will see more. It's not likely to change.
Exponential.
Yes. The person may not change those behaviors that you didn't like. So if he refuses to change, or if he cannot change, he's finding it difficult to change, will I still be able to cope? If you know it's a thing you cannot bear, then you back out of the relationship, or you don't go ahead with it. So don't just try to patch things up. So
okay, so because every little thing matters while you are
every
dating.
little thing matters.
While you are dating.
Matters.
So I think we've come to the
matters
end
a lot.
Yeah. This is power-packed. I think you have to listen over and over again to be able to get these things digested, because this is serious.
Oh, deep.
Deep words that was said over 40 minutes. Guys, thank you for watching. Please
like,
comment, subscribe, share this video.
Yep.
And please rewatch this video so that you can actually get everything that has been said in the video. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mommy, for
thank you very much
for
obliging us
and giving us this words of wisdom.
For exposing me.
No. So, Mommy, thank you for obliging us.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys. See ya next time. Bye.
Peace out. Peace out. Peace out. Peace out.